Hello folks, this is Charlie Harriman from Cloud Financial with our April 2014 Economic Update. In this month's video, we'll be talking about some of the major events that occurred in April. We'll also be discussing what might affect markets in the days and weeks ahead. Please stay tuned at the end for a required disclosure statement. Markets had a turbulent month and the major indices ended up on a mixed note. Despite the volatility, the Dow hit a record close on the last day in April, indicating that investors are still willing to rally on good news. For the month, the S&P 500 gained 0.62%, the Dow grew by 0.75%, but the Nasdaq lost 2%. First quarter earnings season kicked off in April, and while the cold winter caused weak growth, company performance wasn't too bad. Overall, earnings and revenue growth were both up, though many firms struggled with slow demand. Business leaders did a good job of lowering expectations so that investors weren't surprised by the mediocre results. Economic data was generally positive last month, suggesting that the economy is still on solid footing and that the seasonal effects of the cold winter might dissipate this spring. The Federal Reserve met in the last week of April and voted to continue tapering bond purchases. This wasn't a surprise, but it's good news because it shows that the Fed continues to have faith in the economic recovery. Consumer spending, a major component of economic growth, soared in March by the most in nearly 5 years. Warmer weather brought Americans back to shopping malls and car dealerships, giving us hope that the economy is regaining momentum in the second quarter. Jobless claims rose unexpectedly in the last week of April, though economists believe that most of the increase is due to seasonal effects. The Easter holiday and school spring breaks can cause wild swings in data this time of year. We'll know more about the underlying strength of the labor market once the jobs reports is released. We got our first look at first quarter GDP growth, and the current estimate is that the U.S. economy grew by a sluggish 0.1%, mostly because of the lingering effects of winter. Keep in mind that this is just an estimate, and revised data may show a rosier picture. The housing market, which has been a major driver of economic growth in the last couple of years, may finally be faltering. Rising mortgage rates, higher prices, and cold weather caused sales of new and existing homes to fall in April for the third month in a row. On the other hand, tight housing inventory and improving employment prospects may encourage buyers this spring. The crisis in Ukraine continued to simmer and tempered market activity last month. While large-scale violence has been avoided so far, Russia massed troops on the border of Ukraine, and the new Ukrainian government seems to be losing control over much of the eastern part of the country. It's impossible to know how the situation will play out, but most investors are mostly concerned about how potential natural gas disruptions might affect corporate profits. Looking ahead, investors will be closely watching economic data to see whether the seasonal effects of winter are giving way to stronger growth in the spring. While we can expect more volatility, we can hope that better second quarter prospects will show investors that there's plenty of upside to be had. Here are some of our upcoming events. We have a Social Security Planning Educational event at the Guntersville Town Hall on June 3rd and 5th at 6 p.m. We also have a Financial Decisions Educational event at Grill 29 on June 5th and 10th at 5:30 p.m. Once again, this is Charlie Harriman with Cloud Financial, signing off for the month of April 2014. I hope you found this commentary interesting and informative. We'd love to hear what you have to say in the comment section below. If you have any questions about what you heard in this update or would like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give us a call at 256-715-0094. We'd be happy to talk to you.
While we believe the information in this report is reliable, we cannot guarantee its accuracy. Opinions expressed are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult your financial professional before making any investment decision. Investment advice is offered by Horder Investment Management LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuity products are sold separately through Cloud Financial Inc. Securities transactions for Horder Investment Management clients are placed through Pershing Advisor Solutions, Trust Company of America, Jefferson National Monument Advisor, Fidelity, Security Benefit Life, FC Stone, and Wells Fargo Bank, N.A.